everybody. Good evening. It is July 7th, 2026. It's Tuesday night. It is almost 6:30 p.m. We are at 6:29, so we are going to get there. And so I am live tonight to talk to you all about the new hot foil system, the Stampin' Hot Foil System, which I have been keeping a secret since March. And so I am very, very excited that I am able to share it with you today. I actually had a project planned, even though we went up to my dad's for the holidays, so we weren't here. I don't know if I'll end up showing it, but I'll show you. We were going to make this cute card because I just love those balloons, but we're going to just do something even better if Gus doesn't move along, Gus. Move along. So, hello, my name is Anne Marie. I am the AM from Handmade by AM Bevel, and I am so glad that you are here. If this is your first time, welcome. I am usually live or have a pre-recorded video that premieres at 6:30 p.m. Central on most Tuesdays. That is always the plan. I have 3 black cats, 2 of which always like to make appearances in the videos, and 2 were sleeping very nicely, and 1 might go to sleep now too, because I have a cat tower situation over here. Let's see. Mom is on. Hi, Mom. My #1 fan is on and chatting live. If you are watching currently live, you can live chat. You do have to have a free YouTube account. You have to be signed in to do that. Please take the moment, if you have not subscribed, you might consider that. Like this video. Leave any comments below as you're watching on the replay. You can also find my social medias, my Facebook and my YouTube. Not YouTube, you're on YouTube. My Facebook and my Instagram links are below, as well as the Shop With Me link. If you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be yours. So, a few other announcements besides the new thing and what is going on. So, on the 1st, so a week ago tomorrow, Wednesday, last Wednesday, new products launched. And I kind of just went social media blackout because I was preparing for the holiday and vacation. So the Halloween products that I'd been showing the last several weeks, those are available. There are some Christmas products. There's all occasion products. Make sure they're online exclusives. You can go shop new products on the store. Let me know some of your favorites in the chats. I always love to hear that. There is a new product of the month for July. Mine came today by chance. So this is the begonia bell, and I have a graphic here. So my thought is, will it go to the graphic? Come on now. Switch. There we go. Now we're there. There's the graphic. My thought is next week I'm going to stamp with begonia bell. It is a 2-step stamp, and I am very curious how she's going to stamp with photopolymer. She should be fine. That sample is to die for. We might have to recreate that. I mean, that card is just amazing. And I'm thinking, now that I'm looking at it, oh no, that's just like a pre-card base. You know, we might be able to use one of our foil dies as the background of this. Nikki! Oh, she's very excited to learn something new and to spend money on. That's so fantastic. I don't know. I'm so excited about this. On my, this group that I'm in, I did like a whole presentation. They were just casually talking about it, and I just kind of went crazy. I was like, I love this thing. I think it's so great, and it's really easy to use once you get the hang of it, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm very high energy right now. One, look at the Barbie hair today. I normally do not wash my hair on a Monday because I wash at night, but I did yesterday, so you guys get Barbie hair. And then I've got the pink top on, so I just am feeling a little sassy tonight. So the new product of the month, you can add the product of the month for $5 with your $75 order. There is also now a new Stampin' Up! Joining experience. So maybe if you're looking to invest in some high dollar items, maybe joining Stampin' Up! Might be a really good opportunity to do that. I would love to discuss with you what that new experience looks like. It is, I think, much easier, much easier than it used to be joining Stampin' Up. So I am excited for the new experience. There's like this secret thing that you get too, which I'm going to get to order, I think, next week. I believe. I'm going to get to order one, this special thing. For the drawing for the June order special for the $50 and $75 gift cards, I have not done that yet. I plan to figure that up tonight, and I'll make like a little graphic, and I'll notify the people. I'll send you your Stampin' rewards for my June special. So let's get going, because this is a item that needs plugged in and that type of thing. So I want to show you everything that comes. This is like a full showing you, what am I? I am a demonstrator. I am going to demonstrate. Hopefully we can all see everything. So you have a cord, and this little part comes off. You have to attach. So I'm going to go ahead and get this plugged in. It's all in a big knot. This is a silicone mat. This is like for our dies when we're done, so it's a place for them to cool down. This is a, what do they call this? This is the Hot Foil Shim. This is the Hot Foil Spacer. It looks like our, like I have brand new clear plates right now. So here's my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine clear plate. So this one's just a little shorter, same width. You get the Hot Foil System, and you get this little silicone tray for it to have a little home in. So one thing that's really great about this compared to other systems that might look very similar to this is a magnetic, and I don't know if you heard that little beep. I'm going to take it off so you can hear. And so this is cold. It has not been warmed up, so it does take a little bit to warm up. I'm going to go ahead and press the power button. See, can you see my little red light blinking? It doesn't probably look red to you, but it's a little red light, and it is blinking, so it is starting to warm up. I'm going to set it over to the side here, and it's going to beep and tell me when it's heated up. You do get a handy dandy instruction manual, or operating instructions, apparently, and it has nice pictures. Oh, and we get this thing. This is really cool. It's like a little magnet deal to lift the die because it gets hot, and then we place it on the mat. So, one caveat of the Stampin' Hot Foil machine. Did I say it right? I did. System. It's not even a machine. It's a system. To stay within the 1-year warranty Stampin' Up! Gives you, you must have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Will this work with a Big Shot? I have no idea. I'm not going to try. I do have a Big Shot. I'm not going to try it with a Big Shot because I don't want to void mine. I don't want to break it. So, I understand that is investment. How much is all of this? So, the system itself is $160. So, the heat plate and what I just showed you is $160. Keep in mind, you will earn 10%, so $16 in Stampin' Up! Rewards when you purchase. The Stamp Cut Emboss machine, if you do not have one, this is $140, which you would receive $14 in Stampin' Up! Rewards, but you could turn around and use towards your hot foil system. So that would take some of that off. The first 5 people starting right now who order a full-size Stampin' Cut Emboss machine from me will receive a $20 in Stampin' Up! Rewards as a thank you for purchasing this machine from me. I will be making a graphic to put that on Facebook, but you all are the first to hear it. So it will go as long as 5 people to purchase the machine. So that means you purchase this for $140, you're going to get $14 in rewards plus 20 from me. So that's $34 in rewards. If you subtract that from the $160, it brings you to $126 for the hot foil machine. And then you'll get 10% off that $126. 10% back off that 126, if that's how you choose to spend your rewards. So the advice that I am feeling is, if you've been in the market for a new Stampin' Cut or like a new crank machine, take me up on getting the $20 bonus, because you can use this guy, and it does fold up, which is great. For your die cutting needs, it folds up, it stores really cute. Look at my notes. I should do this. Well, the thing switch. It is so slow to switch my camera angles tonight. I don't know what is up with that. Switch. Okay, we won't switch. We'll just still use the little picture in the corner. Take me up on this, because just because you buy this and you're one of the, oh, look, there I am. Just because you're one of the 5 doesn't mean you're not committing to the foil machine yet. So the 10th is when the foil will go on sale, the foil system. Our updates, Stampin' Up! Did say they expect it to probably sell out at some point once customers, y'all, are able to get it. They've already ordered new stock, but the lead time, because of the electric stuff, is longer than like stamp sets or paper or something like that. Now, what is really cool about this machine or this system, while this will not be exclusive to Stampin' Up!, we are the first group to have this. So demonstrators were the first to have this in their homes. So it will potentially be available through other branded situations. But as I always say, when you order from Crafting USA, or, that's just an example, you don't get me. You order from me, you can send me text messages and pictures and be like, what am I doing wrong? Or call me. So we are the first to have it. So we're still heating up. I want to show you. What do you want to, let's show you what this looks like. Let's talk about the foil. Let's do that. So right now there are 3 foils available, or will be. There's a light pink. It's not very light, I don't think. There's gold and silver. You get 2 rolls. I love the gold so much. You get, I haven't even done any gold really, I don't think. I've done a lot of silver. You get 2 rolls, and they are 5 yards each. So it's $12 for 10 yards of foil. And what I love about this, it's cut down to a size that is the size of most of the dies. So you're not trying to cut, if anybody else has foiled before, you might have like these really long things of foil and you're trying to cut these little bitty pieces. And it is a pain. Ask me how I know. I did try a different brand of foil that I have, and it's not the same. It doesn't react correct. So you want the Stampin' Up! Foil. Fully assume we're going to get other colors. I mean, gold, silver is, to me, super basic standard. That's what we need. So 10 yards of foil. That is a lot of foil. Okay, so that's that. So you're going to want that. Then we have the dies. So this is a $45 bundle. See, look at me putting prices on here. I tried to print like a brochure, and it was so small I could not read it. So they do consider the hot foil dies. So this is the hot foil die. And I think if I show, it's got like a matte finish to it, and it is heavier than another die. So what's really cool about this set is we have the foil to do the butterflies, and then you can die cut them out to be individual butterflies. And then we have some other, I think these are foil here. Nope, those are regular dies. And then these are just regular dies. So little leaves, little baby butterflies. Oh, it just beeped. So we are heated, ready to go, which is great because we're going to be foiling very soon. Now, what's cool, this one didn't come with a stamp set. It actually, I haven't opened this. It came with masks. So let me show you a foiled butterfly. So this is on silver. Now this is on the two-tone cardstock. Stampin' Up! Recommends the two-tone cardstock because it is smooth, whereas our milled paper, our standard 8.5 by 11, did I say this is milled? The 8.5 by 11 cardstock we use for card bases is a milled paper, so it's got some texture, where this is printed on color, so it's nice and smooth. We will, I did cut a piece of the regular cardstock just to see what the difference looks like. I've done one with this, but look how smooth this is. Like there's no lumps, no bumps. And then if I wanted to, I could come through with this die and run through my die cut machine. That one I didn't get, and die cut the butterflies out. First, I'd probably use the masks to layer the color on top if I wanted to. So really, really cool. So that was one of the first ones I got. I kind of went a little crazy with the butterflies. And we're probably going to use, I got 2 new ones today. Then I got the, what is this? Sweetly Sentimental. And this is a 1 die sentiment. Again, it's got this matte finish. And then the die will actually cut out all the little sentiments. So here's the negative, and then I threw all the little sentiments in here. What is crazy? I really like a small sentiment. Let me know if you do too. And these are gold. I'm going to come up and we'll focus. Never in your life would you heat emboss with a sentiment this small. Because what would happen if we heat embossed, if this was a stamp, and we used the Versamark and the heat powder and then heat it, you would melt this into a big glob of glob. So you end up with these beautiful foiled tiny sentiments that are so great and easy to fit onto a card. And this is the first time that we're getting to use a foiled a metallic sentiment that's not a big glob. So here it is on one card in silver. Now you're asking, oh, we're out of focus because I'm down lower now. What are these little cute little squares here? That is your like registration mark. So when you run this through your machine, you can line those little squares up here. And then that'll help you line up your die. And again, look how crisp those sentiments are with the foil. Now you don't have to do that. You could just like cut these with your trimmer just to have like straight little rectangles as well. All right, then the next one that I ordered, I was feeling, I think, a little crazy. Now I've put these on magnet cards, by the way. They don't come on the magnet card. That is me. This is offered as a bundle with a stamp set that has like roses. And I think it's, I was trying to write it down. $56.50 with a stamp set on this one. This is $33 on its own. So this set of dies, $42. It's bundled with actually a really cute stamp set that has like a bee and some other fun little things. You might just like the stamp set if you're not into the foiling. I just got the dies. The dies on their own, the frames, are $59.25 because it is a lot. So we see how this is gold. That means those are our foil dies. And then these dark ones are just our regular cut out dies. So with my magnet cards, I'm trying to separate them. And then maybe it is so hard with my light, I think. I think from the front is how you can really tell the difference, but the weight is different. The foil die does weigh more than the die cut die. And yes, these are teeny tiny little pieces. This is not for everyone, but I just had to have it. And let me show you some of the little card fronts I have made. So this is the pink foil. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the foil dies. And because the surface has kind of got a little grippy on it, it is easy to line them up. And I actually used my tweezers from my embossing kit to kind of nudge them into place. And then look at the pink on the black. And so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dies. And again, look at these tiny like little cone flower things. They're not mushed together. Like you can actually see they're like individual little circles, so tiny and small. Even like this little flourish here, this little center flower. If this was a Stampin' you heat embossed, it would just turn into a big glob of glob. So I got these more for my use than ever thinking I was gonna do a workshop with those teeny tiny dies. So the new dies I got, and the ones I would like to use tonight to demonstrate, if that's okay with you, because they're new to me, is I got the classic greeting hot foil dies. So we have the sentiment and then a die to cut them out. And so they are still on the card because they just came today. So that looks pretty self-explanatory. So we'll have to rip those off. What sentiments were there? Happy birthday. Yeah, or we should just probably do happy birthday. So again, we can foil and then come through and die cut. Is it this one? I don't know. Here we go. Looks like this one. Ta-da! We'll keep the happy birthday off to the side and maybe thinking of you. Get well. I think I can fit 2 on the pieces of paper that I've clipped. Then the last one I ended up getting was the Swiss Dots, $36. Oh, she shut off. She shuts off after 15 minutes. We got to unplug her and plug her back in. I'm taking too long. She'll reheat up. So this is like a massive, think background die, but this is a back. It's just whatever. It's like a Teflon coating. I don't quite know what it is. I'm just going to throw this. So we're going to use this one as well. One thing I did, we'll do that in a little bit. So what we need to do is we need to heat a die. So let's do these sentiments first. We're going to bring the machine over and then I can talk while that's heating up because I feel like I'm in a good position here. Did we reset? She's still blinking red because I moved her. I think there we go. So then I'm going to put my dies on here. And now this light is blinking and it'll turn green when it's ready. So I do have some pieces. You can even do this on vellum. Yes, true story. So maybe we'll do the sentiments on the vellum. We'll get like that automatic wow out of the way. So we do need to cut a piece of foil. And I guess I kind of want to do the pink on the foil. And then we'll do some gold dots too. So what I like to do, I've been using a 3.5 by 4 3/4 piece. So you can kind of see how that lines up over there. What I do is just kind of lay this like this. And then I'm just going to cut it with my scissors. Oops, I just scratched my foil. That's going to affect my process, but we're going to go with it. But what's really nice, once it's heated up, you don't have to wait as long for the heating. I think it's 2 to 3 minutes on the second heat as those dies heat up. Let's try to get some stuff out of the way. Okay, so this is now green. I don't know if you can see that. So what I'm going to do is think about this for a second because I'm already questioning myself. So this is going to go straight down like this. Then your cardstock or vellum, you can also use designer series paper. And then you have your shim goes on top. And this is going to be warm, and then our plate. And we're going to unplug it. And I'm going to take this. See if I can do this on camera. And we want to, I just moved the whole thing. Hopefully, you don't want it to move. I should have just done it. And we want to slowly run this through. I might have messed it up because it shimmied. So a user error for sure, potentially. I think we might have done okay. And now it looks like this. And then this is the magic. And just like that. And it's a little smooshed because this moved. But I'm going to do the next die cutting over here. I wanted to show you have to go through slowly. If you've watched my videos, like I will die cut and like crank really fast. And Stampin' Up! Is telling us not to get rid of these. Now, Anne-Marie probably has a hack that she has tried and been somewhat successful in getting this negative. But I think they're going to come up with a full plate. See this? Remember this guy? This is hot. And now it can cool. And then I need my cord because we're going to do some more. I want to do the dots. So now I can die cut those sentiments out using the corresponding die. I love that we can do it on vellum. I have this. This was the product of the month back in May. This little, I might still be available. Pick it up for $5 with your $75 order, and I put those butterflies on top of that polka dot vellum. So again, I've plugged it in, I push the start button, my red is blinking, and it will beep at me when I can put my polka dot down. I could probably use the back of the polka dot to transfer that. So I'm going to do, this is two-tone cardstock. Can you see that it's lighter here, darker here? I think I will use the light side, and we'll do some gold dots. That will be, I think the gold on this is the Blackberry Bliss. I think that will look really cool. So what are we all thinking? I know it's very overwhelming, but it is also very exciting. These are still pretty, a little warm, not hot, but they're warm. I like the little, I love this little thing. And then you press this and it releases. Now if it's the smaller, little tiny magnets, it's so small that even when you do the release, it still kind of sticks on, but it is helpful. You can get it knocked off because of this texture. Also, to speed this up, because I took a little bit of time to show you, so when I am over on my station that's all cleaned off now, as soon as I run it through the machine, like I'm plugging it back in to get more, and then I was scrambling around like, I need different cardstock, I need this. Okay, so we're going to put our polka dots on. And we're going to push that. And then we'll cut our gold. And we want this to go the whole thing. I'm going to try not to scratch the foil this time with my nails. So you can see that this is the size here. Now, could you get this full one done? Yes. So they're not making it wider than what your foil is. So you'll be able to do that whole piece. I've just been working with the smaller pieces because that's just worked really well. But you could get one large enough. So I would cut it. I would still maybe go just a little bit smaller than this die if you wanted like a large card front. And then you could cut it down a little bit after you foil it. That's the other great thing. After you foil, then you could run some other dies through it. Like we could do this polka dot, and then maybe we use one of the frame dies to get a polka dot frame background. Or we do the polka dots and then we want to stamp on top of it something. Okay, here we go. What do we do first? Foil shiny side down. And I'm going to do the lighter side over the dark. And then we're going to get our cool little shim here, our little light green shim. Then our clear plate, and I'm going to roll this through off camera and try not to move it. That's probably the most nerve-wracking thing, is just try not to move anything. But I think the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be kind of with the process. I need to go slower. I was cranking a little too fast, real slow. I mean, and literally the best part of this whole thing is peeling the foil off. And I'm going to be smart this time. See, look at that. Look at that cute it is. We're not going to peel. I'm going to find the cord. Here it is. Ready? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's like your own little DSP. And then we could put one of our, where'd my clear sentiments go? Oh, they're right here. You could die cut and have a little happy birthday with a rose, like maybe one of these, and we fussy cut it out. I think the pink would look really cute with the gold polka dots. So I had come up with a way to use this, but it's not Stampin' Up! Sanctioned. So I'm not going to show you right now. I think they're going to have a full, like a full plate for us. This one I don't think will work because of those little dots. So I'm going to hang on to this though. So this is regular cardstock, and this is the two-tone crumb cake. I thought crumb cake was a very textured of our cardstock. Let's see, what should we do? We could do some more sentiments. Where did they go? Actually, let's do these because I think I would like these on crumb cake. And what do we do crumb cake? Gold? Do we do gold? I think so. Yeah. You guys are very quiet. There's 5 people watching and nobody's talking. Hopefully you're so wowed that you don't even know what to do. So I'm just, again, cutting the foil. Again, 10 yards total for $12. What are we thinking about the transition heat up time? Now that it's hot, it does go really well. It gives you time, if you were going to do a lot of foiling, to, because I wouldn't want to pre-cut too many pieces because I would be scared it would wrinkle. So I would keep everything on your roll until you're ready to use it. And then we could do a silver next so you can see that. Again, the peel is the best part. We'll pull out and have the silver. Okay, so we're ready to go. Shiny side down. This is going to be our milled paper, so we're going to see how smooth it is. I think if we go real slow, we're going to be good. Now I got some polka dots on my plate. That's kind of fun. I love that this is magnetic, because think if we're at a craft table or you're down in your craft room and the dog runs by, instead of pulling the machine, the little platform off, it's going to just pull the plug. So I love that it's magnet. And we're going to go really slow. This is not a die cutting. This is not a speed racer situation doing this, because we're pressing that foil into the paper. If you want to race, get your regular dies and race. And then this is just going to go in just like that, and I will be ready to push the button. I mean, they look beautiful on here. I think slow and steady wins the race. Can you believe that? And then this is the leftover. I mean, it got all of it. And think about all those sentiments. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sentiments from one die. I love the little ones. I'm in love with the little dies. And I think this is a soft sea foam, so I think we'll do some sentiments to round out on the soft sea foam in the silver. If I can find where I put the dies. I pulled off the two and then just kind of went into La La Land. I guess I could just use the happy birthday again. I kind of just want the happy birthday anyways. And so we'll just cut the foil for that. Where'd my silver? That's not the open one. There is like a little stickery dot. Stickery. We'll just cut a little bit off here. I'm going to take out these longer scissors that I have. I think that'll make it. They don't cut as well. These other, I use them for like wrapping paper. Is that going to be, yeah. So that way we've seen like a neutral, we've seen a dark, we've seen vellum. Now we'll see a light colored cardstock. Now one thing that is cool, this is the die that is for doing the foiling. And I actually used the impressions mat. Do you remember that came out right after Onstage? So like in April, the impressions mat came out to do those really deep embossing on our dies. I used the embossing mat to emboss the butterfly. So this one that we would use on the foil, and then I die cut it out, and that's this guy here. So this is an add-on purchase for your Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. So we're going to do shiny side down. And then we'll just do it this way. Then our cardstock. And then we have our little pretty mint kind of colored shim. And then our clear plate. And then I'm going to unplug. Put this in a place I can find it. We're just going to slide out. And what are we going to do? We're going to run it through very slow. Very slow. Again, we're not in a race to crank this sucker through, okay? And it goes very easily. Like, it doesn't, sometimes we have some dies and it's very tight and feels like it's a little stiff. It goes through very nicely. Oh, Nikki is impressed. Love it. Glad to hear it. And it's 20 times more fun when you're doing it. Because again, the peeling is the best part. It looks so bright. I know the lighting is just crazy. But it looks so bright and fresh. Let's see if the screen will change at a good pace for me, the view. It is just, with this color, the soft seafoam is very, very light green. I know it probably is reading blue or green. It looks so fresh with that silver on there. And again, it is like into the paper. We're not dealing with messy heat embossing powder. The heat gun that may or may not be a weapon. My one cat Pearl hates it. Like, I turn that on if she's in the room and she's like bats at the heat gun. I think it's the noise, but it's just so fresh. Now, this is the first one I did, and I bumped it. So that was the pink on the vellum. Look at these gold dots on there. It's so just lovely and smooth and amazing. Like, it feels like designer series paper. Like, you bought the pack of 12 by 12. And I even have, I don't know why there we go. This is a piece of designer series paper. I put the butterflies on. I don't know if I showed that earlier. So you can do this on the DSP, so then you wouldn't have to use the stencils to color this in. It's going to get it has the color from the butterflies, and we could die cut these out. Put them on your scrapbook pages, put them on your cards. This as a card front is beautiful. Add in one of those skinny sentiments I just made. These are gold ones, but insert sentiment here with a little ribbon. You know, put a little border on this, and it looks like you spent extra money on fancy designer series paper. I do have, so this is from the Flourish and Flourish and Frames. And this is the embossed side, but the debossed with that, you get some, I just laid these on. You do get some of that pattern as well. So there are ways to use the foil die. So let's say you're like, oh my gosh, I just really love the frames, or I like those butterflies, but I don't necessarily want this yet. You could use them as impression dies. So you just do your regular impression sandwich, which the instructions come when you purchase this mat separately, which I think is maybe $12, maybe $15 at the most. It's very affordable. And there's special dies that are impression dies, but about any die can be turned into an impression die. It just, the varying of detail of the impression will be different based on if it's actually an impression die or not. I'm trying to think if I'm missing something. And then you have all of these great little fronts, and then you're going to make projects with them. I will show you the Anne-Marie House of Trick. I don't sanction this. So it looks a little grungy. So this is the reverse of the butterfly. that I did. So it is possible to get 2 for 1 out of your foil. And again, Stampin' Up! I think is going to be making it much easier on us by giving a blank sheet. I tried to do an envelope because I thought, oh, well, that would be fun. But the heat actually seals the envelope. So maybe just the envelope flap would have been better. You know, I was trying to experiment with different things. Let's see here. So this you can this was me experimenting. You can see the grid on. Again, this is not endorsed by Stampin' Up! It might mess up your thing, your warranty. But this is like the kind of the grungy frame and then the pretty perfect frame. And here's another butterfly that I did. Again, not as good, but it does kind of give you a cool grunge look. I don't know. I am in love with I love this so much. This one so much, and this one. I love the pink and black. Nothing is cooler than pink and black. So highly recommend that. So Nikki is Wowzer. Love that. Would love to know if you're watching this on the replay. In the comments, let me know what you think. Have you ever foiled before? The other foiling system I have, you need like a special ink to do, and it's like a laminator thing. And I liked it, but it was not nearly, I don't think, as easy as this is. In some ways it was, but you had to figure out how to get the ink, or you had to have like a toner printer, which are expensive. And then you have to like print stuff off. There was no way to get like good coordination, where Stampin' Up! Is giving us these heat dies, even though they don't die cut, and then dies to correspond, to go together. So it really is a full system. So when they say heat system, it really is. You think as I pick things up that I'm going to, here they are. Yeah, I was looking for those. I'm going to get those on magnet cards. This one doesn't need a magnet card. It's just one die. I like the one die and the one stamp because it's very easy just to know that you have everything. Let's see other things. There is you're going to see a beautiful flower situation if you're on the internet with a lot of Stampin' Up! People. It's like the size of those dots, but it's flowers. It is very pretty. There's a big leaf that has a stamp and the foil die with it, and I think it's very large. Like, I think it takes up quite a bit of this. So there is that. All I know is we better have some really cool Christmas stuff. I'm really, really hoping, because gold and silver foil for Christmas is great. I can be okay with not needing red or green. It'd be amazing to have red or green foil in time for Christmas. I'm happy with silver and gold, like some Christmas trees or star snowflakes. Oh my gosh, snowflakes in the foil. That would be amazing. Oh, I just thought of that. That would be beautiful. Or like a cute little snowman. Or more snowflakes. The snowflakes would just be amazing. See if I don't know why this camera view will not switch fast. We'll see if it decides to switch. I mean, I've pressed it like 4 times. We're gonna pick up. I do like the size of these sentiments as well. So a sentiment this size. Oh, look, there I am. This larger sentiment I think is great, where you want the sentiment to be the focal point, and maybe you pick out a pretty piece of designer series paper, frame it in a coordinating color, and put a foiled thinking of you sentiment on it with maybe a little bit of ribbon, and you're going to be good to go. But I love the tiny sentiment, because then I can do like a cool cluster. I love doing like a cluster, and then I can tuck that tiny sentiment just peeking through the cluster. So you do have options. So if you're not a small sentiment person, don't worry about it. Get these big ones. If you're not a big sentiment, get the small ones, you know. But again, the ability to get the detail, that small detail without the messiness of the embossing powder. You get those speckles in places you really don't want them. If it's too small of a sentiment or a whatever picture you decide to stamp with your Versamark and do it, you know, sometimes it works out great, and then sometimes it turns into a big mush. And with the embossing powder, you do get a slightly different look. It's raised. It has a little texture to it, whereas this is very smooth, clean, almost modern feeling. And if you look at, like, if you're in the grocery store or you're at the Hallmark store and you look at a Hallmark card and it has foil on it, it looks like what this is doing. And now you can do it at home too. And you can order on the 10th. Again, you do have to have the Stampin' Cut emboss machine. But if you do not have one, the first 5 people to order will receive an additional $20 in Stampin' Up! Rewards from me. And then those rewards are good for 3 months. So you need to either, you know, buy some dies or some stamps if you're not ready to commit to the foil machine. But gifted rewards are only good for 3 months, because I don't want you to lose those. Let's see. Oh, Mom's gonna have to... No wonder there was nobody chatting. My mom was on the phone with her brother. Mom's reminding everybody to like the video, and subscribe if you have not already. So this is the new foil machine. The next time that you see this, it will be towards like the end of the month, because Stamp Club, you're gonna get to try this out at Stamp Club. We'll make at least 1 card using a foiled element. I don't know what yet. Maybe 2. Maybe we need to do the little polka dot background and probably the butterflies. I'm not sure. But we will do finished projects in a few weeks. Tomorrow. Next Tuesday, let's look to use the stamp set of the month, the product of the month, which again, I think is beautiful. The Begonia Bell. You can add this to your order for $5 with your $75 order or more. It's beautiful. I mean, they call it begonia. I mean, it looks like rose-esque to me. It does have a "You Are My Sunshine" sentiment. That's different. Sending lots of happiness your way. That's kind of nice. What reasons would I send a sentiment that says sending lots of happiness your way? Like a wedding anniversary? Would you maybe put that inside for a birthday? I like the sentiment. Sending lots of happiness your way. It's cheerful, but not ooey gooey cheerful. Like too squishy. Sending lots of happiness your way. Best wishes with sending lots of happiness your way inside. Maybe an engagement card. Oh, okay. Mom's got wedding, new job. Okay, new job would be good. Or a promotion or something like that. Okay. I like the sentiment. So sometimes I see these sentiments and I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm like, oh, when should I use that? We should start like a support group of, you take a picture of a sentiment and you go, I think I'd like to use this because I like the font, or I like what it says. What occasion should I use it for? Let me know if maybe we should do that in the card sending group. It's kind of been dead, and that's my fault. I do have a private group, semi-private, of it's supposed to encourage you to mail cards out all the time, and it's for people to post their cards or to say, oh, I mailed 5 cards this week, or that type of thing. A new divorce. Oh my gosh, I don't want to send anybody a divorce. Congratulations. I think that's just sad. Divorce is sad. Like, you need a sympathy card. The but maybe the use a sentiment, that might be a feature I add to the group. If you would like to be in that group, send me a message on Facebook through my page, and I can send you a link for you to join. Right now it is very small, but if you want to share your projects with a small group of people, I mean, maybe it'll grow, and you want to be motivated to send cards, I should probably visit that group because I need a lot of motivation to send cards this year. I have not been very good with it. So, isn't it cool? It looks like a Speak and Spell, but smaller. Speak and Spell? Y'all probably, I mean, I had one. Anybody younger than me probably wouldn't know what a Speak and Spell is. I think that's one of those things that just dates you. So I love this. I hope y'all think about adding it. Again, the machine, $20 in rewards if you purchase it from me. It'll be the first 5 people. And maybe if it goes really fast, maybe I'll add more. I don't know. But for right now, I'm committing. So that would be $100 in rewards to y'all if you order the machine in preparation. Or maybe not. Maybe you're just ready for a new machine because you're big shot. The handle falls off, or it's been dropped 20 times, so it's a little wobbly or whatnot, and you're ready for a new machine. Really think about this one. I really like mine because I do love that it folds up and it looks really nice. So yes, I do have 2. There's my little baby one, and then I have a blue baby one, so I actually have 4 of these. And then this is the other large one. So this one stays now on the workbench. This was my first one that had a gear strip out, and Wiley fixed it, but he didn't know how to take it apart. So he like cut the handle and did all kinds of weird stuff to it. So this last Christmas, I treated myself to a brand new shiny one. And it's like, I didn't even know it was like serendipitous, that I was going to really benefit from having 2 in my craft room. So if you do have a big shot, maybe your big shot is in one part of your craft room. If you're fortunate enough to have a craft room, not craft room. Oh my gosh. And then your stamp, cut, and emboss machine hangs out with your foil system. And then they're just always friends because they want to be the best of friends. Friends forever. If you're still listening and you know that reference, put it in the comments. I might have a gift for you if you know. Friends forever. We'll be friends. Yeah, put that in the comments. Okay. Thank you all for being here. We are almost at an hour, and I know that is a long time. So one last reminder, if you have not already, subscribe if you are not. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is where I have most things. Instagram gets some posts too. Facebook's, I think, just more interactive. I should say that. We'll see you next Tuesday. Stay cool. And for less than $1, I know postage went up this coming up Sunday. It's still less than $1. You can send a smile. And pretty soon you can really send a big smile because you're going to be able to send things with foil. It's so sharp looking. It's just, maybe towards the end of the week, I can actually get back in here and maybe assemble some projects with, now I have like so many foiled pieces. Now I just need to assemble cards and then I can get some pictures up. It is very difficult to photograph with the foil. It is also with the heat emboss, but that foil, the light reflective, so that's why it's so great in person, that foil. Have a great week. Make sure to shop the new products that were released last Wednesday. If you are a Halloween person, go now. Okay? What has been released is the Halloween. There will not be Halloween in the printed September catalog. It is the online release, and I've showed 2 weeks of some cute Halloween cards and the suite that I like, and that really cute paper. If you need some early Christmas, that is available as well as some great all occasion things. So make sure that you are looking at those new products. I did pick up a new kit. So if you're curious, there's always 2 to 3 new kits released every month. And I picked up the Gilded Gallery kit. It was beautiful. So I love a kit. So, okay. Mail a card. It's less than $1. Tell myself that. All right. Thank you all. As always, if you have questions about anything, reach out to me. I'm around. Especially this week. Now, this weekend I have a hair appointment, and I was going to do something at church, but I can't say because only family know. There's something else going on that I got to do, but only the family knows, so I can't. I don't think I'm allowed to say anything. I almost just spilled the beans. The family is. We're getting a new member of the family. Not a baby. Okay. I didn't say who, so. So that is now in the process. So we're very excited. So there's a thing Saturday. But I am around. Wiley is halfway to San Jose. Actually, more than halfway. Because he's there for 10 days. So, not in San Jose, but he's flying into the San Jose airport. Mr. Frequent Flyer, watch out. So reach out to me. I'm around. I just appreciate you all. Thank you. And we'll see you next Tuesday. I do believe. I might have to pre-record next Tuesday. I have a meeting. Maybe that's the following Tuesday. Let's peek at the calendar. Might be the following Tuesday. I'll figure it out. We'll see you. I'm ending now. Bye.